Deadpool 2 is a 2018 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Deadpool. It is the 11th installment in the X-Men film series, and is the sequel to 2016's Deadpool. The film was directed by David Leitch from a screenplay by Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, and Ryan Reynolds, who stars in the title role alongside Josh Brolin, Morena Baccarin, Julian Dennison, Zazie Beetz, T.J. Miller, Brianna Hildebrand, and Jack Kesy. In the film, Deadpool forms the X-Force to protect a young mutant from the time-traveling soldier Cable. Plans for a sequel to Deadpool began before the original film's release, and were confirmed in February 2016. Though the original creative team of Reynolds, Reese, Wernick, and director Tim Miller were quickly set to return for the second film, Miller left the project in October 2016 due to creative differences with Reynolds and was soon replaced by Leitch. An extensive casting search took place to fill the role of Cable, with Brolin ultimately cast. Filming took place in British Columbia from June to October 2017. The film is dedicated to stuntwoman Joy S.J. Harris, who died in a motorcycle accident during filming. Deadpool 2 was released in the United States on May 18, 2018 by 20th Century Fox. It grossed over $785 million worldwide, becoming the 9th highest-grossing film of 2018, as well as the highest-grossing R-rated film of all time and the highest-grossing X-Men film of all time. The film received positive reviews from critics, who praised its humor, acting, story, and action sequences. Some critics considered it better than the first film, but others criticized its tone and script. A PG-13 rated version of the film, titled Once Upon a Deadpool, released on December 12, 2018, to mixed reviews. After fighting organized crime as the mercenary Deadpool for 2 years, Wade Wilson fails to kill one of his targets on his anniversary with Vanessa, his girlfriend. That night, after the pair decide to start a family together, the target tracks Wilson down and inadvertently kills Vanessa. Wilson kills the man in revenge, and blaming himself for her death attempts to commit suicide 6 weeks later by blowing himself up. Wilson has a vision of Vanessa in the afterlife, but the pieces of his body remain alive and are put back together by Colossus. Wilson is left with only a skee-ball token, an anniversary gift, as a final memento of Vanessa. Recovering at the X-Mansion, Wilson reluctantly agrees to join the X-Men because he believes Vanessa would have wanted him to. He, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead respond to a standoff between authorities and the unstable young mutant Russell Collins, Firefist at an orphanage, labeled a Mutant Re-Education Center. Wilson realizes that Collins has been abused by the orphanage staff, and kills one of the staff members. Colossus stops him from killing anyone else, and both Wilson and Collins are arrested. Restrained with collars that suppress their powers, they are taken to the Ice Box, an isolated prison for mutant criminals. Meanwhile, Cable, a cybernetic soldier from the future whose family is murdered by an older Collins, travels back in time to kill Collins before he ever becomes a killer. Cable breaks into the Ice Box and attacks Collins. Wilson, whose collar breaks in the ensuing melee, attempts to defend Collins. After Cable takes Vanessa's token, Wilson forces himself and Cable out of the prison, but not before Collins overhears Wilson deny that he cares for the young mutant. Near death again, Wilson has another vision of Vanessa in which she convinces him to help Collins. Wilson organizes a team called X-Force to break Collins out of a prison transfer convoy and defend him from Cable. The team launches its assault on the convoy by parachute, but all of the members die during the landing except for Wilson and the Lucky Domino. While they fight Cable, Collins frees fellow inmate Juggernaut, who agrees to help Collins kill the abusive orphanage headmaster. Juggernaut destroys the convoy, allowing himself and Collins to escape. Cable offers to work with Wilson and Domino to stop Collins' first murder, and agrees to give Wilson a chance to talk Collins down. At the orphanage, they are overpowered by Juggernaut while Collins attacks the headmaster, until Colossus, who had at first refused to help Wilson due to Wilson's murderous ways, arrives to distract Juggernaut. When Wilson fails to talk down Collins, Cable shoots at the young